Welcome back. This is Michelle from Michelle's Empty Nest, and today I'm going to do a 6x8 pocket page with a full page photo to accompany it. And this is going to be another kind of 2-for-1. This will be for load day 4. My story is going to have 0 to do with either prompt, and that's perfectly fine with the load rules. And it also works for storykitcrush because it's still working with the Glow Story Kit. I had started crushing this back in January, and COVID derailed a lot of my plans, and so I did not finish. I think I have maybe about 4 more stories that I had planned to tell with this Glow Story Kit. So I'm going to continue to work on those, and I may start working on another kit at the same time, or I may just kind of go at my own pace. I'm not really sure yet. So this one is going to be quick and easy because it's just going to be some cutting and sticking. And so I'm going to just kind of go through this real time with you. So what I have is a photo of me and our little Yorkie, Ellie. And this was taken not long after we got her. So this photo is a couple years old. And I have it printed on Canon Pro Luster paper because it is outside of the page protector, and I prefer to use that finish because it doesn't show as many fingerprints. I mean, they're still going to show somewhat, if you have lotion on or whatever, but it's not going to show as many fingerprints or nicks and scratches as much as glossy paper does. So I have switched to that for all of my outside of the page protector photos. And then my other photo is going to be a little 3x4. And this, I would say, was probably a year ago maybe as well. So nothing is like a super current photo, but that's okay. There's some of the ones where I feel like she is just making me glow. And I think she makes me glow from the inside out, my heart and soul, every day. She is just the sweetest thing. So that's the simple little story that I'm telling. My journaling, I have printed out on Mako clear matte sticker paper, and it will go on both of these journal cards. So I'll have a 4x6 and a 3x4. And so I just measured the space and created text boxes in Photoshop to know how much room I had. And I like doing this better than the method of like temporarily adhering a card to a piece of printer paper and running it through. I have ruined a couple of cards in the past just by forgetting to take off the text box, or my printer would put a little extra ink on the side, I guess, where it was just so much running through it, just getting something wrong and ruining that card. So I feel like for me, this is a safer bet. And I really like the look of the type journaling anyway. I don't hate my handwriting, but I like the type journaling, and I can tell more of a story because I can make it smaller. Excuse me. So I've got that printed up, and I'll get that ready in just a second. And then I have a couple of pieces that I'm going to use as embellishments, and that's going to be it. So let me go ahead and see if I can get this cut down. And it should be, if I didn't mess up. Sometimes I do. I forget what I'm doing. If it's in the middle of the night like it is right now. I am leaving a white border so that it's still going to be 3x4, but I just really like the white border on my photos. And I don't know if I mentioned, I know I talked about this photo, but this one is printed on Epson glossy paper because I have an Epson PictureMate 400, and I have like 2 big boxes of this glossy photo paper that I need to use up. And so I don't mind the photo paper in the pockets being glossy, and I don't mind the sheens mixing and matching. That doesn't bother me. Once it's in the pocket, it kind of looks shiny anyway. So so that's kind of just a little clarification about that. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut out my journaling. And when I do this, I just cut it as close to the edge of my text as I feel comfortable, because I don't leave a lot of extra space in the text boxes when I'm typing them up. I cut them out to be fairly, or size them to be fairly close to the edge of the card to make as much use as I can. And then for these, they won't be wasted. I can usually get like a couple of 4x6s, and I can run them through either my regular printer or back through my Epson PictureMate 400. So either way works for that. So even though there's a little bit of waste, like this size, there's not as much waste as you might think. You still have to excuse my voice and the scratchiness. I'm still dealing with that. It seems like it's been forever. All right, so let me go ahead first and work with this one. And so what I do, this one will be easy because it's got the slit in it. If not, I just use something to help me get the backing to start coming off. And then I think this one will be pretty well centered. So I'm going to just estimate the best place to start, and then I'll pull off the remainder of the backing paper and hope that I get it straight and fairly even. And then this is a Teflon bone folder, and I'll just go over the sticker paper and burnish it down, and it really just kind of makes it melt into the background. You really have to look closely to tell that there's even sticker paper there. It just looks like it's been typed, which I really, really like. So now this one, you see it doesn't have a slit in it. So usually what I do is I just try to carefully stick my little awl, which is a handy dandy tool for me. I use it a lot. And excuse me guys, I'm sorry for having to clear my throat so much. I'll get it started again and kind of decide where it's going to go. Pull the rest off and burnish. And like I said, to me, I just prefer this method, and it's definitely personal preference whether you, well, number one, whether you prefer typing or handwriting, or doing it through Photoshop or your typewriter or whatever. And then also whether you prefer the method of running it through your printer or if you prefer to use a sticker paper like that. So whatever your choice is perfectly fine. And let me think, I am going to do this way. I had not really thought about which side I was going to put the holes on, but I'm going to put the holes on this side. And my embellishment, I plan to go down here in this corner, but I think I can probably work around the holes and be fine with that. So here is my page protector, which will go over here. And I thought about putting something up here, but like I liked, you know, the idea of putting this circle there, but I don't really know for sure that I wanted it to be so much tone on tone. I like it better when it kind of stands out over here. So I think that's what I'm going to stick with. And then we'll do this 3x4 card here and put the photo here just to kind of split the photos up a little bit. If I can get it in there, there we go. I might need to trim it down just a bit, but I think we can make it work. Okay, so that's that. And then what I had planned to do was to, missed some holes. Here we go. What I had planned to do was kind of run this off the edge of the page a little bit with this on top. So I just need to decide how much I want to run it off. Oh, that would work really well right there and not interfere with that hole at all. So I think that's what I'll do. So let me get some liquid adhesive, and I like the Barely Arts Precision glue. And then I'm just gonna put not much, because I don't want it to make a mess on my photo if I can help it. And I'm not the neatest person when it comes to liquid adhesive. Some people just make it look so easy, and I don't think I'm one of those people. I tend to get it on my fingers and then get it going everywhere. And I also use my tweezers most of the time. I have large hands, and so getting my fingers a little more out of the way definitely helps. All right, so let's go with right there to straddle that hole. And this glue is very strong. You notice I did not put much, and it doesn't take much. It's a very strong adhesive, and it dries fairly quickly. You have just a minute for wiggle room, which I wouldn't want to wiggle on a photo, but you do have just a little bit of time in other situations where you can move it around and get it in place if you miss on your first chance. Okay. And then I think what I'm going to do, this chipboard circle is adhesive backed, so I'm going to take the adhesive off, or the backer off, but I think I'm going to try to put foam squares in the middle so that it is level with this other piece of chipboard, this layered piece. And I use these from Scrapbook Adhesives by 3L. I love them. They are my favorite. And I'm just going to put maybe a few right here in the middle. I don't want to go too far out. And have them in the way of the star. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time talking and thinking at the same time. All right, so let me get this on here as straight as I can. Okay, yeah, that feels about right, about the same level there, which is perfect. That's what I was hoping for. So let me put my tweezers back up. And then that's it, guys. That's what I'm gonna do. Let me see. Let me pull out. 1 second. I still have this glow piece that I could put there, but I could have it where it's a little bit loose as well, not necessarily stuck all the way down in a pocket. I kind of like that. I think I'm going to go with that. So let's see. Let me figure out first if this has stuff on it. I'm going to say no. Let me try both sides. Not feeling anything. All right, so now I just need to decide how far down I want to go with stapling this. So I am going to put it about right there, and I'm just going to staple twice to hold it in place. And then there we go. And it just hangs up out of the pocket, and I am good with that. I think that's kind of fun. So that's it for this one, guys. Super, super short and sweet, done and dusted in the books. And so I appreciate you stopping by today. It means more to me than you will ever know. And if you enjoyed the video, I would love a thumbs up down below. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate you doing so and becoming a part of my little YouTube family. There will be some close-ups at the end as well as over on Instagram. I'd love for you to follow me there as well. And I will, let's see, I don't know if there's anything I can actually link that I don't normally already have linked down just in my favorites all the time anyway. But if you have any questions or comments, please make sure to leave them below. I will be glad to get back with you just as soon as I can. And if you are working with Story Kit Crush, let me know what story kit you are crushing at the moment. Are you still on Glow? Have you moved on to something else? Let me know down in the comments. So until I see you in the next video, take care of yourself and do something good for yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Just kidding, I'm back. If you hear the thunder and the pouring rain, please overlook that. I wanted to read the journaling for anyone who wants to stick around for a minute to hear that. It's not very long. So up here at the top, it says currently glowing, and here is why. Ellie came to us 1 month after Spencer died. Spencer was a Chihuahua that we had. He was 14. When he passed away. I didn't think my heart would be ready for another dog that soon, but it was a situation that was meant to be. She settled in immediately as we brought her in the door for the very first time. Piper, our Great Dane, took right to her, and they became the best of friends despite their 150-pound size difference. Ellie filled a place in my heart that definitely needed filling sooner rather than later. She puts a smile on my face and a glow in my soul. And then down at the bottom, it says a little story about right now. This little girl absolutely has my whole heart. She is the cutest, sweetest, sassiest, bossiest, and most rotten little thing in the world. She is 4 pounds of pure, unbridled energy. She can somehow miraculously tell time. She rules the roost when it comes to her furry sisters, Piper, Stella, and Margot. She has her daddy tightly wrapped around her tiny paw. She loves to go for rides in the convertible. She follows every single step I take. She snuggles right behind my neck at night just to make sure I stay warm and cozy. She is 100% authentic bucket of love, and I'm so very glad that she's mine. So I did want to read that journaling to you, and then I'm seriously going to end the video now. Okay, guys, bye-bye.